Thank you. Good morning, Los Angeles and yoga friends. Welcome to UMA Community Clinic's Free Yoga Wednesdays. I am Dijor. I am a yoga therapist. Would like to give acknowledgement to the land that I occupy. Say it again. Oh, I have some microphones on. If you could please turn your mics off in the room. I am on the land of the Tongva and Gabrielino First Nations people. This land belonged to them and they belong to the land. The land was stolen from them by enslavers and colonizers and renamed Los Angeles. Giving appreciation and gratitude to their stewardship of this most beautiful part of the world that I get to call my hometown, and to think of the ones that are no longer here and acknowledge their presence, ancestors past, present, and emerging. Thank you. As I was saying, just be mindful of your body. If I ask you to do anything and you know it may hurt, please don't do it. Discomfort is fine. Discomfort is normal. We'll be moving in ways that possibly we haven't moved in a while. So discomfort is fine. But when you get into the zone of pain, that's your body's way of saying, hey, this is too much for me. And so please, everyone, make sure that your microphones are turned off so we won't have any background distractions. We'll be breathing through our nose throughout the class. And also, if you need to take a break, we will take some quick breaks. But if you need a break, please resource yourself and make that happen make that happen for yourself. A break can be laying down for a few breaths, just stopping for a few breaths, bio break, water break, whatever. Just please be mindful of what your body needs. Nasal breath, I think I said that throughout the class. And we will get started on the next part of the class. So we're gonna do a grounding first. I'm on a stool and then I'm gonna go back on the mat, but I just wanna be close to the camera for now for this part. So what a grounding is in yoga is it's a time that you take to kind of center yourself and your attention and intentions into the space that you're in and into our time together. So we use the 5 senses for that. And we'll start with our sense of smell. I just turned on my diffuser. I have something different. It's not new, but different brewing over there. So I smell citrus, orange, and tangerine, and there's probably some other things mixed in there that I can smell. So see what you smell in your space. So we're using the 5 senses, and you can do these practices anywhere. If you're having an interview or a tough talk or a meeting that might be feeling a little stressful, you can do this grounding. Oh, Samsung, I'm so sorry. You can do this grounding practice in any environment. I mention almost every week that I use these practices when I go to see my tax guy, because even though I've known him for 1,000 years, I still have to pay somebody something, some entity something. So I always get a little anxiety. But so we're using the sense of smell. See what you notice. You may smell breakfast, coffee, flowers out of the shower or tub. Just see what you notice. And we'll move on to our sense of sound, or sense of hearing. Let's start with a space outside your place, outdoors. And so this week, there are birds that I can hear. Some weeks I don't hear anything out there at the time of our class. And an occasional car. And so see what you notice outside. You may have the gardening crew sounds, voices or children's laughter, dogs, traffic. Then we bring our sense of hearing inside the room that we occupy right now. So I mentioned the diffuser, I can hear the motor, and I have a cat fountain over in the other part of the room. You can hear the motor and a little gurgle of water. So using our sense of hearing, see what you hear. Moving on to our sense of taste. For me, it's toothpaste. What do you taste? Sense of sight, looking around your space as if it's your first time in the room. Looking at the things that you put in your room to bring it together. Looking for 3 items of the same color. So whatever color jumps out at you, just make a note of 3 things in that same color family. And then we'll use our sense of touch. So we'll start with something called arm brushes. Let me slide back just a little. Arm brushes are another tool that you can use to keep your nervous system calm. Let's bring right hand to the top of the left shoulder and just slowly brush down towards your fingertips. But while you're brushing, that's the practice, the brushing. That's the stabilizing of the nervous system. But I want to incorporate our sense of touch and noticing. So noticing the fabric of your shirt, top, whatever, and then if you have skin exposed like me, noticing the skin part, and then the bones in my fingers. And so these are called arm brushes, or havening is another name for these, but arm brushes is a more direct and simple name for these. You can also do these something similar on the tops of your thighs. If you're in a meeting with a desk or table in front, you can kind of just go back and forth on the tops of your thighs. It has the same effect. Let's change to the left hand, to the right shoulder. Now here I have on my watch, so I feel the bump of my watch. So we're not just brushing absent-mindedly, we're really noticing the different textures as we go down to our fingertips. And again, this is called arm brushes. So that is where we are going to gather to use our sense of touch, is in these arm brushes. We'll do some neck circles. So sitting up tall, and you may sit cross-legged or legs extended straight out. I find it more challenging to sit up straight when my legs are straight out in front of me. So whatever way you sit, just lift the spine up as long as you can, or as high as you can. And we're using nasal breath, as I mentioned. So these head circles are really nice to do throughout the day. We get a lot of stress all over actually, but neck and shoulders. So this is a tool that I use to kind of keep that loose throughout my day. I mentioned sometimes I do these at a stoplight. Let's go the other way. I'm gonna jump back on on the mat. Circling the head, smooth and easy circles. And then coming back to stillness, drop your chin down to your chest. We're gonna hold here, interlace your hands behind your head and bring the elbows close to each other, and allow the weight of your arms to deepen the stretch on the back of your neck. Hold here, breathe through your nose. Turn your head to the right so the elbows turn right as well. We're gonna hold here, take some breaths. See what you feel on the back of your neck, top of your shoulders, and upper back. Inhale to center. Exhale, both elbows to the left. We're gonna hold here for a couple breaths. Keep your breath flowing. And then let's inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale to center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. And then inhale to center, bring the elbows, sit up tall, elbows go out wide, and just hold here. So we're lifting the spine up, the arms are strong, elbows are out wide. So this is a stretch for the muscles across your chest. And then release your arms out and down. Separate your feet. We're gonna go forward. Breathe in here and walk your hands forward. So I know I don't wanna make assumptions. I am not warmed up. So I'm not gonna go too far forward because I don't want to get into a pain zone. But lean forward and lift your chest so your back is flat. The toes are pointing up, and separate your legs enough where you feel a little bit of feedback in there on the inner thigh. That's the stretch. So sitting up tall, you may be propped up on your flat palms, fingers spread wide, or up on your fingertips. This helps to strengthen the muscles in the hands when you prop up on fingertips. And some of you may have access to forearms down. I am not there yet, so I'm not going to do it with both arms, but this is forearms down. Again, keep the back flat by lifting your chest and just holding here, gazing downward toward the floor. Toes up, check on your breathing. And so this is also a stretch for your low spine. So you might feel something there and the insides of the thighs. These are called the inner hamstring muscles. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. We'll do a few more. Inhale up, sit up tall. Each time arms go straight up, reach up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Here's number 2. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. We're going to walk hands over to the right. So one hand on either side of the right leg. The feet are still flexed. You might feel a little stretch on the left side of your rib cage by us turning to the right. Hands again are flat palms, fingertips, or forearms if you can get there. Breathing through the nose. Look down toward the right shin so that the neck is long. Let's walk hands across the floor toward the left leg. And so comparing. So the right rib cage for me feels not as tight as the left, but the back of the left thigh feels much tighter than the right. So nothing to worry about. Just pay attention to the sensation that keeps you focused on what we're doing. It also gives you insight into tight spots around your body that you can work on to stretch out a little bit at a future time. Let's walk back over to the right leg. One hand on either side of the right leg. And then inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, arms down to the left leg. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, down to the right leg. Inhale, up. As we go along, those rib cage muscles, the side body muscles of the rib cage should start to loosen up a little bit. Inhale, center. Exhale, you might be able to notice that. Exhale, down to the right. Inhale, center, feet stay flexed, toes up. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, down to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. And then inhale, center, hold here. We're going to go back, forward bend. This might feel a little more accessible. Inhale up, sit up tall each time. Exhale, forward. Pull your belly button in. Engage your abdominal muscles. Inhale up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. We'll do 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. See if you notice your low back is a little looser. It felt tight the first time we did a forward bend. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. This is the last one. Exhale down. And then inhale up. Extend the arms out to the sides on the exhale. Bring your legs together. Shake out arms and legs. Bring your bring your right sole of the foot to the inside of your left thigh. And the left leg is straight out. Turn your torso, it wants to naturally go out to the right. You want to center it back to, basically it's called your midline, the middle of you. You want to turn our bodies, our upper bodies back to center. Left foot is flexed. Good morning. Welcome. I can't see who you are, but if it's your first time, please leave your email address and name before you go. And I'm glad you're spending part of your morning with me. Breathe in here and then exhale and walk hands forward. So just like before, one hand on either side of the left leg. So this right leg is getting a hip opening. Left leg is getting a stretch on the back from the buttock down to the heel. Look down at the left knee and lift your chest a little so your spine is long. We're holding here, so take a few breaths, get comfortable, take a few breaths. So stretching the back of the straightened leg, a hip opener for the bent leg, the hip on the bent leg side, and a low back stretch. And then inhale up to center, we're twisting right. Exhale, we're gonna hold here. So sitting up tall, let's move the head side to side. The left foot stays flexed, by the way. So when we flex the ankle, when we flex the feet, it turns on the muscles. All the muscles of the leg are engaged. When we activate the arms, the same thing is happening. And so this tones the muscles without it being our primary focus at that time. So I will be screaming the whole class, flex your feet, engage the arm. We're gonna move the head a couple more times. Inhaling center, exhaling forward. Inhaling center, exhaling right again. Inhaling center, exhale forward. Inhale center, exhale right. We'll do two more. Inhale up, exhale lower. Inhale up, exhale right. This is the last one for this side. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale twist. Inhale up, exhale forward. Inhale, come up, hold here. Exhale the arms down. Straighten out the right leg. See how it feels when you straighten it out. Let's windshield wiper the feet and shake out the arms. Let's change sides here. The right sole of the foot touches the inside of the, excuse me everyone, left sole of the foot touches the inside of the right thigh. Twist your torso to center. Right foot is flexed. You can feel your muscles engage when you flex your feet. Take a breath in here and exhale and go forward. So you can be on forearms, fingertips, or flat palms. You get to pick. Looking down toward the right shin. Flatten out your back by lifting your chest and hold here. See if you notice any stretch happening in your low back. And you may not notice these things. It's fine. They're still happening anyway. But it's just nice to be able to pay attention to, you know, the different different muscle benefits as we go through our practice, so that you know if something feels tight on you, what you can try to do about it by getting into a yoga shape or yoga pose. Couple more breaths here. So we're stretching the back of the right leg from the buttock to the heel. Low back stretch, left hip opener with the bent leg. Inhale up, and we're exhaling left. We're gonna hold here. Let's turn the head side to side again. Breathe through your nose. And then inhale back to center, exhale down. Three more on this side. Inhale up, exhale twist. Inhale up, exhale forward and down. Inhale up, two more, exhale turn. Inhale up, exhale forward bend. Last one, inhale up, exhale twist left. Inhale up, exhale forward and down, and then inhale up, hold here, exhale the arms out and down. Shake out, notice how the left leg feels when you release it. Shake out both legs, windshield wiper your feet, shake out your arms. A little bit, bring the soles of the feet to touch. This is called butterfly pose or cobbler pose. Not the dessert, but the shoemaker person. You can find out what feels the most therapeutic as far as this inner thigh stretch by moving your feet towards your body and then away from your body. And one of those places feels better than the other. And so try that out. We're going to just sit here for a few breaths while we're here. Let's massage our feet. So curling the toes toward each other, toward each foot, then curling them away. I'm going to give you some examples. You can do what you like. Massaging the arch, separating the toes, wiggling the toes, tapping on the feet with the soft fist, the outside of a soft fist, the pinky side of your hand. This tapping brings extra blood flow to the surface of the skin wherever you tap yourself. Breathe in here. Let's go forward bend again. So this one feels different. Both sides of me feel tight. But anyway, we're going to stay here till we stretch a little bit. Flat back. So lift your chest, palms flat or up on fingertips. Some of you may be able to get down on forearms. I am not there yet. So gazing down toward the floor. So the neck is long. The neck is just an extension of the flat and straight spine. Hold here. Breathe through your nose. Let's walk hands right. Hold here. Breathe. So checking on your jaw. So the jaw, sometimes we're concentrating and trying to do things right. The jaw just clenches up on us without us even being aware. So relaxing the jaw, to do that, just separate your top and bottom arches of your teeth. That will release your jaw right away. Let's walk hands to the left. See how this is feeling. All of me from the waist to the floor feels tight. So this, I need this. And let's go back to the right. This time put your left hand on top of your right. So that deepens that side stretch with that little tiny move. Stack the hands. It's a little deeper stretch for your side body, upper side body. And then we'll walk over to the left, same thing. Right hand stacks on top of left hand. Hold here. And then back to center, hold here. Take some breaths. And then inhale, walk yourself upright. Bring the knees together and then extend the legs out. See how lovely that feels. Windshield wiper your feet. Check out your arms. Left leg stays extended out. I'm going to bring the right ankle to the left thigh. And then we're going to lift the right leg up a little or a lot. You got options. Just a half an inch off of the left thigh, or you can bring it up halfway between left leg and chest, or all the way up to your chest. So you got options here. We're going to rock the right leg back and forth. You can go high, low with that rocking, or you could leave it on one level. It's up to you. And the arms are getting a passive little workout by holding the right leg. So you might feel your biceps turned on. And then let's lower and extend the right leg out. Bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh. I skipped a part, so let's do the skipped part on this side. Left palm inside left knee and just push down toward the floor. So this is a little bit of a helper for the hip opening. And we'll go back on the right side in a second to catch up on that. And then lifting the left leg a little bit. So when I say a little, I mean like half inch, just a little. Or halfway or all the way up to your chest. You get to pick. We're going to rock it or not. You don't have to rock it if you don't want to. Flex the right foot, right toes up while we're doing this. And if you want to go low and then high with the rocking of the left leg, you can do that too. Okay, so extending the left leg out, shake out both feet and arms, both legs and arm. Let's come back to right ankle on top of left thigh. Right palm presses inside the right knee. Inside, we're pressing downward toward the floor. We're not forcing, we're not being rough or excessive, just a steady pressure toward the floor. You might feel a little opening happening. My studies and the yoga books all say that we carry a lot of trauma from even before we were born in our hip sockets. So whether it's symbolic or real, all the yoga books say that, the ones that I've read and studied from. And so there is a bunch of yoga, hip opening yoga poses to counteract that. And we also have seen when our hips get tight, we see it on other people a lot, how our gait changes. Our gait gets really short and we start to walk like a baby because it's uncomfortable to stride out long. So we have to keep our hip sockets open by doing different types of stretches. Extend the right leg out. Let's windshield wiper the feet, shake out your arm. We're moving to table. So if you need to pad your knees, there's a couple of options. The most accessible option is to fold your mat and make it a 3-ply situation where you put your knees there. Okay. If you have access to, in this case, I have a bath towel nearby. You can put your knees on the back on the towel. It can also be a blanket, or you can put your entire lower leg there. So it's up to you. So we're coming into table pose. It looks just like it sounds. Your back is flat. Your hips and knees are in a vertical line. Shoulders, elbows, wrists are in a mostly vertical line. We don't want a sharp crease on the wrist because it can be sensitive there. So sliding the hands away from the knees just a little bit puts the arm on a slight angle. Let's go into cow. So breathe in here and release your spine. Arch your back, lift your chest, and let your belly drop toward the floor. So we're holding here. Smooth and easy breath. So this releases the muscles around the lumbar spine. You can do this also if there's a chair cat-cow that I teach. I recommend these when you first wake up and when you get out of bed, just roll them to the floor and do some of these. And also you could do them in the bed. It's a different experience because it makes you try to keep your balance because the beds are softer. But you can also do it in the bed. You don't even have to move out of the bed. Let's move into cat. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift your spine up. We're gonna hold here while I talk. Chest, chin to chest, push up, spine up toward the sky. And I forgot to mention, we're on the tops of the feet. So a lot of times the heels want to flop out, which is great if we're relaxing, but we want to keep tops of the feet on the mat. That stretches out the muscles on the tops of the feet and also the shin muscle. So holding here in cat, then inhaling to cow. We're going real time now. Exhaling to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. So this motion brings fluidity to the spine. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. These are really therapeutic. Exhale, cat for spinal health. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And then come back to table. We're going to do a thread the needle for the arms. It is a stretch for the shoulder blades. It is a spinal twist, and it is an inversion. And an inversion means your head is lower than your heart. That means your blood is pumping easier because it's working with gravity instead of against gravity. And so you get a nice little flush of highly oxygenated blood into your brain. Inhale, left arm up. Look up. Exhale, bring the left arm along the floor, underneath the right arm. Turn your left cheek to the floor. Inhale, we'll do 3 of these first. Inhale, twist up, left arm up, look up. Exhale, twist right, left cheek to the mat. Inhale, twist up to the left, look up left. Exhale, we're gonna hold here. So bringing the arm, left arm onto the floor, left shoulder onto the floor, left side of your head, left cheek onto the floor. So holding here while I talk a little more. The right arm, you can leave it exactly where it is. You can also slide it above your head, palm down by straightening out the right elbow. Or you can wrap it behind you. So bringing the right arm behind you where you wear a belt and hold here. So again, it's an inversion, it's a spinal twist, and it's a stretch for the shoulder blade, the muscles around the shoulder. Thread the needles for the arms. There's also one for the legs. Hold here and keep breathing. And then inhale, twist the left arm back up, look up. Exhale, left hand on the floor. We're going right side, right way. Inhale, twist right, look up, right arm up. Exhale, right arm comes down underneath the left armpit. 2 more like that. Inhale, sweep up, look up right. Exhale, twist to your left. Right cheek is down. Inhale, last one here, twist right, look upright. Exhale, twist left. We're gonna hold here. Shoulder goes, right shoulder goes onto the floor. The left hand can stay right where it is. You can extend the left hand out above your head by straightening your left arm, or you can wrap the left arm around you. When you do these wraps, they stretch the shoulder cap muscles, the muscles on the fronts of the shoulders. Hold here and breathe. Head is on the floor as close as you can get it. That makes this an inversion. We're in a spinal twist. We're also stretching the buttock muscles and the backs of the thighs. Smooth and easy breath. And then if you have your left hand off the floor, reposition left hand onto the floor. Inhale, twist to the right, look up to the right. Exhale, right hand down. To see if you notice any difference in your head space. Sometimes when we go upside down, we get a little buzzy feeling, which is not the word I like to use, but no one can tell me a better word, more appropriate. That's the oxygen that's hitting your brain, the extra oxygen. So we're doing some hip circles. So I'm just circling my hips. I was in table pose, just circling the hips. Let's go the other way. I'm going to add on a couple of options. So circling the opposite direction. So I'm coming back to center. You can rock your hips side to side. You can really dip low, meaning let your butt come down towards your heels. You can bend one elbow, dip that shoulder, other shoulder. Just let your body intuitively move. You can also look to the left foot, look to the right foot, look to the left foot, and moving side to side like that. Anything that feels nice to your body. Rocking hips, as I mentioned, doing the circles like we first started. Dipping the elbow and shoulder, elbows or shoulders. And coming back to stillness. So we're going to do a foot stretch. Curl your toes under and sit back on your heels. So I know this does not feel pretty at all, but it's really good for our feet. This is called, it was called Hero's Pose. It's called Shiro's Pose now, as far as I'm concerned. It's a stretch for the soles of your feet. If sitting on your heels is too much, hands on the earth. That takes all of your upper body weight off of your feet. You can also stay upright. So from the knees up is vertical. We're still with toes curled under. Okay, so find what's comfortable, get there. We're gonna be there for a few breaths. Separates the bones in the feet, the muscles, brings blood flow. It doesn't feel the prettiest, but it is very therapeutic because we don't give our feet a lot of attention. Maybe an occasional pedicure, and I stopped going to pedicures. I'm saving my money for something else. I can paint my own nails. So this is a really good foot therapy. Let's come back to table. We're gonna go onto the tops of the feet. So this is a stretch for the shins. So the butt can come all the way down to the heels, or you can hands on the mat, or you can knees and upward vertical. Okay, same stretch. So find what's comfortable for now. So this again stretches the muscles on the tops of the feet and the shins. And those muscles, the shin muscles, even though they're very thin, they don't get a lot of attention either, unless, as I always say, you're a dancer or a gymnast. Let's come back to table, tap the tops of your feet. This is the cherry on top. Extend the left leg back, we're gonna pulse. So curling the left toes under, pulse, heel backwards. And this is a stretch for the calf muscle, you might feel that. And other muscles, but mainly the calf muscle. Hold, pushing back, so pushing through the left heel. Hold there, straighten the left leg as much as you can. And then release that back onto the left knee, extend the right foot, ball of the right foot on the floor. Pulse back with the right foot, right leg. And then push back on the right leg. Right leg is as straight as you can make it. Pushing through the right heel. You can even use your hands a little bit to push back. Coming back to table, tap your feet on the floor again on your mat. Going into down dog. Down dog. Curl your toes under. We're going to inhale, butt goes up to the sky. Bend your knees if you want to. We're gonna hold here. So the hands, flat palm, strong hand. The feet are separated to your comfort. Some people like their feet, legs side by side. I like mine separated for a little more stability. Hold here and breathe. So this is an inversion. We talked about head lower than heart. So this is an inversion, stretching the entire back body. And also it's one of the 4 resting poses that the yoga books say is a resting pose. I don't believe it, but it is. Let us lift the left leg up as high as you can. Exhale, left toes to right heel. We'll do 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, toes to heel. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, toes to heel. Left foot on the mat. Inhale left, right leg up as high as you want. Right toes touch left heel. Inhale, come up. Right toes touch left heel. Last one. Inhale, come up. Right toes touch left heel. Right foot on the mat. Come back to table. Now we go child's pose for a little rest. Separate your knees wide. Bring your upper body between your thighs, the arms. Traditional child's pose, the arms are extended straight out above your head, palms down. However, for some of us, that's too much around the shoulders and the neck. So you can cactus your arms, which means bend your elbows. Looks like a cactus. Hey there, welcome. You can do that with your arms or bring your hands down to your ankles, forehead on the mat. And so holding here, this is one of the other 3 resting poses of yoga. This one, I believe. Smooth breath. Enjoy this moment of rest. Notice how you feel. Breathe through your nose. And then coming back to table. See how you feel there. And then we are going to, let's go back to down dog and do a standing little something or another before we wrap up. So toes curled under. Inhale, butt goes up toward the sky. We're gonna walk our hands back toward our feet, bend your knees. We're gonna hold here for a couple breaths. So this is also an inversion. Head lower than the heart. Bend the knees if you like. Straighten them if you want to. It's up to you. Inhale, bring your arms out to the sides, come up to standing, hands touch overhead, and then exhaling your hands down in front of your heart. And let's just stand here. This is called mountain pose, traditional. It looks like this, but we can do it with our hands in front of your heart. Just take a couple breaths here. And notice how you feel. You might feel a little different, might feel a little looser, lighter, might feel more relaxed, might feel more energized. It just depends on you and how you came into this space. So see what you notice. Separate the feet wide. Feet are parallel. Bring your hands onto your hips. We're going to do a forward bend with a flat back. So breathe in here. Exhale forward, keep the back flat. Hands come down to the earth. Palms, fingertips, whatever you got. You can also hang onto your ankles if that's a nice support for you, or the shins. The back is flat. So this is a stretch for the entire back body. Take some breaths. It's also an inversion. This is called a wide leg forward bend, is the name of this one. Wide leg forward fold, same thing. Place your left hand on your right ankle. Inhale, lift the right arm. This is a spinal twist. Holding here and checking on your breath. And then inhale, exhale, we're gonna go other side. Right hand, left ankle. Exhale there, left arm is up. Take a breath in. We're going to the right, exhale. Inhale, we're going to the left, exhale. Inhale, we're going to the right, exhale. Inhale, we're going to the left, exhale. Last one, last set. Inhale to the right, exhale. Inhale to the left, exhale. Come back with hands in the center. Take some breaths. And then we're going to come up with a flat back. Inhale your way up to standing. Turn your right foot to the right. So the feet are still wide. Arms out in a strong T. We're doing triangle. Reaching the right arm to the right. Left butt to the left. Drop the hand, right hand on right shin. Left arm comes up. Right hand on right ankle. Left arm stays up. Right hand on the floor inside the right foot. Right hand on the floor outside the right foot. So you have some options. Turn your body toward so that the front of you is open. And breathe through your nose. So this is stretching the back of the right leg and thigh, the inside of the left thigh, and it's a spinal twist. Inhale, come up. That was triangle. Arms out in a T shape. Right foot comes into parallel. Left foot goes out. Inhale here. Exhale, reach to the left. Right butt goes to the right. Left hand touches shin, right arm goes up. Left hand touches ankle, left hand touches the floor outside the left foot, inside the left foot, on top of the left foot. Turn your body, upper body opens up. Smooth and easy breath. Inhale, come up. Arms go out to a T shape, lower the arms. Turn the left foot in, bring the feet together. This is mountain pose. This is again one of the 4 resting poses. The other 2, actually we did, let's see. We did child, mountain, down dog. So the other one that's left is the corpse pose, which we'll do in our final rest. Let us sway the arms. Move your breath while you do this. So I hear some crackles going on around my spine, which is good. No pain, just noise. And then we'll do our balance pose. The tree, I think, is the go-to balance pose in yoga. So shifting all your weight over to your right leg. You can simply lift the left heel, left knee going straight out. Basic tree pose. And also turn the left leg out, left arch, left sole of the foot touches the right ankle, inside right ankle. That's tree. You can touch the left foot right inside calf. You can bring left foot up to inside right thigh. Woo. I can never do that one. My foot always slides off. Some years ago I gave that one up and I just stick to the lower leg. Hands can be on your hips. Prayer hands behind them. Prayer hands, fingers up. Prayer hands, fingers down. Hold wrists, hold elbows. When you bring your arm behind you, as I mentioned, it stretches out the muscles in the shoulders. You can do a V-shaped, upside down V-shaped, arms out, palms down or up. Prayer hands above your head. Let's shift to the other side. So shift all your weight over to the left leg, pick your tree, pick your arms, take some breaths. And I forgot to mention, pull in the belly button, it helps stabilize you. And having something to look at, a spot or something on the floor that's not moving, or if you're near a wall, that helps with focus and stability and balance and all that. When you've had enough, release. We're going to come back onto the mat. Come onto your back. So this is final rest. Shavasana means final rest. Shavasana means corpse pose. So dual meaning for that word, that Sanskrit word. Come onto your back. So this is traditional corpse pose. For some of us, it is definitely not comfortable for more than one reason. Some of it is low back, other is just triggering positioning of the body. And so if it's your low back, bring your feet flat, knees drop together. That will take all the pressure off your low back. If you hate laying on your back like that or dislike it, bring your knees to your chest, turn to whatever side. This is side corpse. Let the legs stay bent. They rest on top of each other. The lower arm turns into a pillow. This is side corpse. The top arm drapes on the outside of the upper leg. You may also do this seated. So you get to pick. This is a part of the yoga class where the energy you stirred up gets integrated throughout the body. It's a very important part of class. In the real world, I know that a lot of people walk out of class during this part of it. This is the most important part of the whole class, other than showing up, in my opinion. It has so many therapeutic benefits from Shavasana. So we notice our breath. we notice our body touching the floor, our hands touching whatever they're touching. Basically, they're called contact points. Noticing the air on your skin. Noticing the sounds around you. Allowing a sensation of relaxation, rest, settling. Gently turn your head from side to side. If you'd like to take a final stretch, breathe in and extend your arms overhead. You can flex and release your fingers. You can point and flex your feet. Circle your ankles and your wrists, or I should say circle feet and hands, sorry. And then when you're ready, make your way back up to seated. So thank you again for spending part of your morning with me. I want to close with, may you be happy. May your life have meaning. And may you be an instrument for social change. And I hope to see you next week. Monique, I'm so sorry about the audio. I'm wondering if your app is updated all the way, because sometimes if the app is not, I update the Zoom app each time before I go into someone's Zoom or start the class, because you know these updates are incessant and frequent. So I'm wondering if that's it, but I'm so glad you stayed and hung in there and did what you could do, and hopefully the audio will sort itself out. If you're here next week, I hope it'll work. And thanks so much. And I will see you. Shalyn, thank you for your wizardessness of, and I know that's not a word.
But you are welcome.
Of tech. I hope everyone's well. And I'll see you next time. Thank you all.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good week.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye. Thanks,
you.
Monique. Thank you, Laura.